Hey YouTube, I'm Will and welcome to Superhero Sunday here on the Movie Files. So I was watching the older Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies this week, the ones from the early 90s, and I started to think, these turtle costumes from almost 30 years ago still really hold up. I mean, the Turtles really did, especially in the first two movies. The costumes got a little cheesier in the third one, and then cheesier still in that horrible TV show, Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. But the first two movies, those costumes really do still hold up. Those animatronic, the rubber suits, the practical costumes that the Turtles wore, that the actors portraying the Turtles wore back then in 1990 and 1991, they still really, really do hold up. And I started thinking, well, what's better? The old rubber practical turtle suits with the animatronic heads that move the eyes and the mouth, or the CGI turtles that we have now in these new Ninja Turtle movies, the second of which comes out on June 3rd this year, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Now, there's a lot of things to take into account when evaluating the two, when comparing them, the CGI turtles versus the practical turtles. Now, the practical turtles were very much truer to the original designs. Obviously, they've taken some liberties with the newer turtles to give them much more human features, such as they have the noses with the nostrils and the lips. And when the first one came out in 2014, a lot of fans were very critical of that design change. But so the originals were very much more true to the original designs and the original Mirage Studios comic books by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. But really, I'm not really too concerned about that part of it today. What I want to know is, what's better, CGI or practical effects with something like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Now, we've got into this debate. A lot of people these days seem to think that CGI is it's the new thing that's being overused. It's the new gimmick, I guess. A lot of people are decrying CGI special effects as being overused and too fake, and oh, this movie's basically now just a cartoon, and saying things like, comparing something like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which was live-action characters with 2D animated characters. Now, I don't believe that's true. I don't think that CGI is overused. I don't think that it's I don't think that the CGI is a tool, and it's a tool that helps to make movies better, just like any other tool, just like any other thing. And I don't think that practical effects are automatically better than CGI. And there are a lot of things that you're gonna have to do in CGI. Now, when Star Wars The Force Awakens came out, there was a big deal being made of the fact that they weren't using as much CGI and that they were using many, many more practical effects, but there are still two fully CGI characters, Supreme Leader Snoke and Maz Kanata. Both of them are both full CGI characters, and the problem with a movie like Star Wars The Force Awakens is that when you put fully CGI characters next to guys in big rubber suits, it makes them both look fake. It makes the guys in the rubber suits a lot more noticeable, and it makes the full CGI characters stand out a lot more. And I don't think that that's the best route to go, is to go all practical but then still do something CGI, because when you go all practical, it does make the CGI stand out more, and it makes it look a lot faker. Now, back to the Ninja Turtles. There are things that the CGI Ninja Turtles can do that the martial artists in the rubber suits were unable to do, like fight. The martial artists did some great fighting in those rubber suits, and they did some great things that that really took a lot of martial arts expertise to be able to do, especially in those heavy rubber suits. And it did look good. It did look okay. It did look fine for the time. But the CGI turtles are just capable of so much more. They've got a much fuller range of motion. They can do, I mean, we saw the original Ninja Turtles do flips and backflips and high kicks, and they did a lot of stuff, and they really worked magic with those movies, especially when you consider that they didn't spend a lot of money on them in comparison to other big movies of the time. But the Ninja Turtles, the CGI Ninja Turtles, the modern Michael Bay, as they're called, even though he's only the producer, he does not direct these movies. But the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles have just such a much more realistic and much more fluid range of motion than the guys in the rubber suits ever could. Now you can say that the designs of the Ninja Turtles are bad, and you could definitely make that argument. They are drastically different. They are very much changed. The designs of them are different. But what if we had fully CGI Ninja Turtles that looked exactly like the original Ninja Turtles? They were just naked turtles with the belts and the weapons and the colorful masks and the knee pads and the elbow pads, and that's it. That's all they had. They were the classic look, but CGI. Would fans have received the first Ninja Turtles, the 2014 movie? Would they have received that better, or would they still be complaining about CGI Ninja Turtles? I don't know. That would be an interesting question to ask. Personally, I really like the CGI Ninja Turtles. We have, there's so much that we can do with CGI these days. Just so much. And I think people are too quick to dismiss CGI as a relevant tool. It really is a very helpful tool. Now, as I said when I began this video, the old suits really do hold up. They really do hold up. The mouth doesn't move as naturally as even a CGI mouth. The eyeballs don't move quite as naturally as CGI eyeballs. But what would it look like if we took the turtles in the rubber suits, put guys in rubber suits, and then enhanced them with CGI, much the same way that we do with live action actors, and the CGI is done well, like in like Batman and Spider-Man, and those are live action actors that have the CGI stunts basically. I think something like that, and then you have the CGI the mouth, CGI the eyes, to give it much more realism. I think that would have been a great way to go. Not because, and you don't run the risk of having the CGI characters look more fake because the CGI is only used as an enhancement. There would be no full CGI characters. Now, obviously, that's not the way they went. That's not something we're going to see. This is just something that I thought that I wanted to talk about, that I thought, this is interesting. Like I said, I was just watching the movies and I thought, man, these suits really do look really good. But I'm interested in knowing what you think. Do you like the CGI Ninja Turtles? Do you wish we had something closer to the old animatronic rubber suits of the 1990 movie? Let me know what you think. Leave your comment down below. I'm really interested. Let's get a conversation going. I really want to know what you guys think about this. Like I said, I think the best route would have been to develop some kind of great rubber suit, have CGI enhancement, kind of like what they did with Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes. Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes were still people, actors. Tim Roth wore that ape makeup. Helena Bonham Carter wore that ape makeup. but they used CGI to enhance it a little bit, to make the things that don't quite look realistic, to make them look more realistic. That, I think, could have been a much better way to go, but obviously that's not the way they went. And maybe in retrospect, had they done that, I'd be sitting here making a video saying, man, I wish they'd have just gone all CGI. Who knows? We can't change the past. All we can do is be grateful for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies that we have now, because they're not bad movies. They're actually very good movies. I thoroughly enjoyed the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and I'm looking forward to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. I definitely am interested in seeing Stephen Amell as Casey Jones, although based on the trailers, I don't think I'm going to like him very much. I think Stephen is a great actor. I love him as the Green Arrow, but I don't feel from the trailers, now maybe the movie will change my mind when it comes out, but I don't feel that he is doing enough to differentiate the character of Casey Jones from the character of Oliver Queen. I just have this feeling that I'm going to be watching the whole movie and thinking that's Oliver Queen, and it's going to take me out of the movie. I hope that's not true. But like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed the first one. I'm looking forward to the new one. What do you guys think? Practical suits or CGI? The 2014 Ninja Turtles or the 1990 Ninja Turtles? Leave your comment below. And thanks for listening, and have a nice day. Hi everyone. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And make sure you head on over to TheBlaze and check out my weekly column where I do movie reviews and general Hollywood industry commentary. You can find the links for all those things in the description below. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.